Hey, so it's general update, and also something I figured out with my neck. It was sore, cause I guess laying down so much and all. Like, I never realized if I lean forward, right, and I'm like kind of shrugged forward, my shoulders just sit. Like they're not pulling on anything up through here. But then obviously it stinks because my head's like stuck forward. But if I sit up straight, I think because all this is so tight, now it's not sitting in the socket anymore. It's just, I mean, it's not resting in the joint. It's all resting on my neck on the sides here, so it's all just hanging and pulling and stretching. And um, so that's so I try to stand up straight, right? Because I'm like, well, over time that'll get stretched out, and it is stretching out. Um, and then it'll pull on my neck less and pull my head forward less. It'll be easier to hold my head up, easier to stand upright. But in the meantime, like all down my spine, not every tendon where it attaches is all sore. So I was rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it because it was just so sore. But in rubbing it, I made it like really sore. So I think um, there's a point at which like rubbing sore spots is not a good idea because you're just causing more damage, like little micro tears or whatever. And I googled it, and it looks like that does happen. So like if you are sore, just try to relax about it. Like it'll heal, and then also don't just sit there and rub it vigorously all day, because then it's just gonna take longer to heal. So there's that. And I'm also faced with I'm like, well, I have between my car and a place to live and food. It's like I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, well, I mean, I'm like having to choose between medical treatment and having a place to live. So, and if like I get a, you know, if I didn't have a place to live, then I could afford medical treatment. I could get all I needed. So I'm kind of like, huh. But then it's like, if I live out of my car, how much does that cost me? With the extra gas and the maintenance and the wear and tear, and then if the weather's not great running it, and I don't know. It's just, uh, so I'm making like, I don't know, 2,800 a month, between 2,800 and 3,000 a month after taxes. That's still like, it's gonna take me forever to get treatment for my neck. Like I'm talking about proper like inside the ligaments treatment, because a lot of places will inject like around the ligament, and that's great and all because it'll like fix the outside, but it's not all the blood's like, if you just think about the basic physics of it, the blood's not going to make it inside the ligament where the damage is. So otherwise nobody would ever need to go to Regenix or any place like that, because you would just inject generally in your neck and all the blood would just go heal everything. But it don't work like that. So that's why people go to pay to go to Regenix, so they can have injections just inside the ligaments. So, but that's more expensive. So I'm trying to figure out if there's some place I can go in the country where they actually inject inside the ligaments. I asked on the Facebook group, and they were like, you could go outside the country. I'm like, yeah, but with travel, if I'm going to spend it, maybe I save $500, but I got to travel to Europe, stay in a hotel, get the treatment, come back, and then you're missing work, and it takes more time. So it's like, is it really saving me much money? And yeah, so I mean, if it was like for a PICL type procedure where maybe I go to Europe and it's 5,000 versus 13,000, then that might be worth it. But just like some posterior injections like C2, C3, C4, it's like I don't think that's worth it. So I don't know. I'm also trying to figure out where I can get a digital motion X-ray that's like not $800, and nobody seems to know. I can't find anything on ChatGPT. I can't find anything on Google search. So I don't know. Florida, like in Tampa, they have the guy who made it, um, he does it, and it's like 800. But it's like I just don't have the money. I mean, I can barely survive. So I mean, even 3,000 a month after taxes is like making 1,500 a month after taxes 20 years ago. Like you barely have anything left over because money it just doesn't go as far. I mean, 20 years ago I was spending $100 a month on food. Now it's like I don't know how to spend less than 300. So and I'm not spending triple on an apartment. I'm spending like double on an apartment, but it's still a lot. Um, so yeah. So that's what I'm working on and dealing with now, and also just trying to relax and tell myself like I'm safe and try to put myself in a relaxed state of mind so I'm not freaking out all the time and tensing up all the time, because tensing up all the time is like obviously causes more pain, which causes you to freak out more, which causes you to tense up more, and it's just this endless cycle of damaging yourself and damaging yourself and damaging yourself. So trying to stay out of that. And so sometimes I'll just be sitting there just telling myself, like breathing in and out, like deep breathing, and with every breath out, I'm telling myself, like in my head, like I'm safe. I'm safe, and I can feel myself relaxing. I can feel the blood flow returning to my fingers. Like I feel tingliness in my fingers and in my feet, because when you're in fight or flight, like you don't get the blood flow, and then also when you're relaxed, you heal a lot faster. And if you're in fight or flight, you're not healing at all. Really, it takes it's very slow. Like I notice, like when I go to the gym, when I go through a period when I'm very relaxed and I'm not worried about stuff, like I get really strong really fast. I'll be doing like, I'll go work out, and 2 days later, I'm able to do like 2, 3 more reps per set, no problem. But if I'm stressed out, I'll go work out, and a couple of days later, I'll go do the same workout again, and I can barely do, I can just about do what I did before. It's like there's nothing. Like I haven't gotten stronger. So it's like it's not nothing. It's like a massive difference. That's just in a few days, and you compound that out to like a month or 2 months of like getting stronger. Like being in a positive mindset will drastically improve your strength, like healing, and bodybuilders will say that too. Like bodybuilders in competition, they'll be like, when I'm working out, when I'm in a competition, like I can't have any stress. And so, like, if anybody calls them with anything stressful, they won't talk to them. If they don't just don't care, because they cannot be stressed, or else they just lose all their gains. So um, that seems to be, it's not just like a me thing. It's just like how the human body works. Probably all animals are like that. At least all mammals. So yeah, that's all. Just trying to figure this all out, how I can get treatment and